What did you say to Terrence up there?
I said he need to thank me for making this shit happen.
You made it happen.
Who? Of course I made it happen. Gave more money. You see, we did a coin toss and all that. Like, my name on the front of it's Spence, Crawford. It ain't Crawford, Spence. So why I gotta do a toss? Why I gotta do a coin toss?
Terrence, Andreas here from the Sporting News. Just talked to Errol. He said he hopes to get the rematch, and he would like to have the rematch at 154 pounds. Are you interested in moving up in weight for the rematch, or does it have to be at 47?
It definitely don't have to be at 47. Like I said, you know, I'm in a hurt business. 47 was kind of hard for me too. I was already talking about moving up in weight and challenging Charlo. So 54 wouldn't be outreach of anything.
This fight wouldn't have happened, you know. So all the cards was in Errol's hands, and he could have said, "No, I'm not giving in to anything. I'm fighting Keith Thurman." Yeah, I gotta give him the utmost respect, and I gotta pay homage to a person that came together. We made one of the biggest fights of this century.
Errol alluded to wanting the rematch clause. He asked, would you do it at 154? Is that your call, or is that the promoter's call? And would you even think about moving up to 154 to fight him?
Yeah, it's definitely my call. The ball's in my court. Like I said, 154 was already in the near future. And, yeah, we can do that at 54 as well.
Welcome back to the channel. I am Just Meek on deck, and I started right off with a couple of clips that's kind of piggybacking on the last video I made, since it stirred up such a mess. A lot of the Terrence Crawford fans didn't really get what I was saying. One guy in particular, I'll just call him Mo. We kept going back and forth, all the way up until today. He was sending me messages. Well, Mo, as I stated, and I'm stating it again, the point of that video was principle. And you kept coming back with the contract. Yes, I told you, I know Terrence Crawford was the winner. Yes, I know he gets to choose whether he wants to fight at 147 or 154. My whole point of the video was that the concessions that Errol Spence made, and then going into the rematch, what was said at the press conference. Yes, Terrence Crawford finally decided that he really didn't want to fight Errol Spence in a rematch. I want him coming in at 147. I've seen videos that said that he knew he was weight drained. And if you noticed in my previous video, I was questioning why. If you say the fight was so easy, would you want to do it at 147 again? Why not 154? Maybe it would be more competitive for you. That was my whole point of that video. Let me tell you guys, these Terrence Crawford fans are nasty. One guy even mentioned my mother. Do you know how old I am? I am a grandmother. A young one, but not that young. I'm in my 50s. And my son is soon to be 24 years old. But this guy brought my mama into it. I mean, just nasty. And Mo kept saying that I'm taking this too personal. And no, I'm not taking it personal. It's just that I have a different mindset. If you notice any videos under this channel, it has to do with saving souls in Jesus Christ. This is just entertainment and not my focus. Yes, I like boxing because I had my son in boxing, and I like both fighters. So no, I wasn't taking it personal, but for me, it's more of a moral character issue and more of a principle type issue dealing with ethics and things of that nature. Yes, I heard someone say all is fair in love and war. This is war. Boxing is war. And these are the moves that Terrence Crawford is making. And yes, he is well within his right to do those things. And to me, it's just like you just shoot. You in boxing, it's what you're willing to put up with. Like Errol Spence, for instance, he wanted to go after all these belts. He wanted the fight with Terrence Crawford. He was willing to do all of these things, you know, give up all of this stuff, you know, to get this fight done. And here it is now, Terrence Crawford is the A side. And no concessions will be made. It's either his way or the highway. And that just kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And to me, it came off kind of nasty, but I get it. He has the right to do that. And my whole point is, people say you have to separate emotions and this is about business. But to me, as I said, what my channel focus on, when I hear people say, especially naming Jesus Christ, I look for them to move a certain way. And I know that we are in the last days. None of us are perfect. We are all sinners, fallen sinners, you know, saved by grace, excuse me. We are all saved by grace. We struggle. To err is human. And so for me, when I saw that, yes, I thought it was so ugly to me. And that's why it came across to me in that fashion. But like I said, Errol Spence is the one that is willing to put up with that. You know, either he could accept it or, you know, move on. And sometimes you have to ask yourself if chasing after something that you want, is it really worth like dealing with disrespect, the way you might be viewed if you walk away, you know, from it, you know, because people are going to say things regardless, you know. Most boxing pundits have him losing whether he's 147, 154, and I know for him, it's, as a competitor, it's hard for him to just leave it like this. He wants a second crack at it. I thought that maybe Terrence Crawford would have wanted a more competitive fight. He knows and he believes he's the better, the skilled, more skilled boxer. And he believes whether it's 147 again or at 154 is going to be the same result. So that was my whole question. If you believe that, then why not do that? My whole question of the previous video was, what was the reason? And someone told me that I was putting out a false narrative, and I guess people don't know that there's more than one meaning for a word. So, you know, my thing was, you know, a betrayal of trust, you know, confidence, you know, a breach of faith. You know, even though he didn't write this in stone, he didn't tell Errol Spence exactly that, yes, you know, we will do it at 154. You know, people thought since he aspired to move up in weight, you will already be there. I believe on one occasion that this will be your last fight at 147. So therein lies the confusion. Well, you guys, I hope that I made this video a little more clear, because people just didn't get it. One person got it. She said all of us have buds in our lives, you know. People do things like this outside of boxing, you know, and that's just life. We are in a fallen world. This is the state of humanity. The love of many have grown cold, you know, because of sin is waxing greater and greater, you know. But this is on the topic of boxing, and that's just how I view things. It has nothing to do with my personal feelings. People say, oh, you too emotionally vested in this. You don't personally know these people. No, I don't. I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Like I said, I was looking at it at a principle issue, because I watched everything that has taken place to get this fight made, how it was drawn out, how Crawford backed out of it, and how it was just so difficult to get it going, and how much, as you saw one of the clips said, he wanted 60-40 or nothing. All the concessions, somebody asked me what concessions. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to find more, you can go research that for yourself. I don't have to do that work for you. But yeah, you guys, that's how I'm gonna end it, and I will see you on the next one.
Wake up! Wake up! What? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on.